Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Hope you've had a good week. Okay, here I have to say. So anyway, without further ado, I just want to go back on the last week's one about the Cricket Memorabilia Society magazine. And I mentioned the article by Jeff Wells did there, a test match in Titanic and Thayer. So I was a little bit vague on what that's all about really. So anyway, just like to sort of say, because you probably not heard of John Borland Thayer, who actually went down with the Titanic. But his wife and son survived. I'll just read you this little bit here from Jeff's post or article. He was John Borland Thayer. He was vice president of the Philadelphia Railroad. A memorial wall in the museum, which is the Titanic Museum in Belfast, which Jeff went to, identify him as male, 49 years, businessman, American, born at Cherbourg, first class passenger, and one of 1,502 passengers to have perished. Cricket archives disclosed J.B. Thayer played 7 first class matches between 1881 and 1886, all for the Gentlemen of Philadelphia, and all played at Germantown, CC, Nicetown, Philadelphia. He aggregated 138 runs with a top score of 24 and an average of 11.50. He also took a total of 6 wickets for 161 with a best of 3 for 17 and at an average of 26.83. In 1884 he travelled to the British Isles and played in 18 non-first class tour matches, again for the Gentlemen of Philadelphia. One of those matches was a 2-day match at Lord's where he scored 35 before being bowled by C.T. Studd. So it's a very interesting article there from Jeff, and I apologise for sort of breezing past it last week. So yeah, the only cricketer there to perish on the Titanic. And also forgot to mention that the Barbara Cartland of Pakistan Eaglets cricket writing, he done an article as well last week, and Morgan's 1970 tour of the Caribbean. So that's a little bit back on the. So if you want to join the Cricket Memorabilia Society, you get fascinating articles like that, which I thoroughly recommend you do. So anyhow, bits have turned up this week. We've got a nice signature there of Roger Woolley. He played 2 test matches, 83 and 84 for Australia. Quite a rare signature there for that one. And then we've got a lovely one here, not a particularly great signature, George Toms. What's his name? George Ronald Toms. 1 test match for Australia. High score 28, runs 44, 22 average. And he's number 19 of that lovely Heritage Series set, which I'm continuing to collect. So onwards and upwards, quite a little nice little card there. Again in excellent condition. And then last week I forgot to mention that Tony Partis and his wife Jackie sent me over this lovely Invincibles Legend of Don Bradman's 48 Australians by Peter Allen. It's in its own little sleeve, so nice and protected. And I've just sort of had a flick through and it's extremely well presented, I've got to say. Quite an impressive booklet really. Some nice photographs. A photograph there with the 48s meeting the King. So looking forward to reading that. It's very well presented, you know, write-ups on all the players, all the results and everything. So a good buy altogether, that one. So thanks for Tony and Jackie for sending that over. So that's the bits that turn up this week. So just going back on the ceramics front again, from like I started last week, I've got in the collection. These are replica Staffordshires, George Parr and Julius Caesar there. So they're well written out in James Merchant's lovely book. So they're the flat backs there, so you've got no decoration on the back, so they would sort of fit straight onto your mantelpiece like that. So that's quite a nice little pair there of Parr and Caesar. Another one there of a little candle snuffer there of Don Bradman. He's number 97 of 750. I've got the box and whatever with that one, so it's a nice Don Bradman bit of memorabilia there. And quite a rarity is this one here, this nice bisque figures of the kangaroo and lion. pretty rare one, this one. Without they've been seen with an ashtray at the front and what have you, various other bits and pieces, but fairly rarely on its own like that. So 1930s again, and on the back there it's got a number on the back. What's the number? 6434. So quite a rare one, that one. So that come down through Roger Packham. Just another one this morning is this lovely bulldog, the British bulldog, produced by the Cricket Memorabilia Society. Again, it's the sort of thing you can get, a rarity, this one. 25 went off, were made for collectors, and 6 went off to auction. So this is a unnumbered one, so this was bought at auction many years ago when the sort of Cricket Memorabilia Society first started. So lovely little thing, that, beautifully tactile too. So anyway, so that's about it for this week. Warwick Milne's done a lovely updated version on video of his inner sanctum up there in Bolton. So next week we'll be doing that one. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. It's a pretty good video with some lovely pictures in it. So looking forward to seeing that. So anyway, that's about it for this week. So I'll see you on the next one.